Space Nick, and it's like that. Welcome back. We got another thing going on as far as Charleston White getting into it, Adam 22. Now, the situation at No Jumper with Charleston White, they kind of had a little falling out, like a while ago, I want to say. It wasn't too recent, but the main thing is, I hate how Adam 22 be all in black shit. Like, when it comes to how black people are, why we do what we do, what we can and can't complain about, how the fuck he can just talk shit to like all these top gangbangers and they don't do nothing to him. I don't be liking that, but them same niggas that jump on me if I was out there, or threaten to jump on me if I was out there, or whatever, however to go, which I wouldn't really get no fuck. But my thing is, be 50-50, nigga. I'm from Atlanta, 50-50, nigga. Same way somebody put me down there, put Adam 22 down too for talking crazy, because a lot of people would not let them talk crazy to them. You seen Ruger. Ruger is from where? Chicago. Like, only certain types of niggas, and that's what I'm used to seeing. Niggas not allowing themselves to be disrespected when you supposed to be so quote unquote tough and gangster. Like, that's my main thing to see, is that don't nobody disrespect you because they just wouldn't dare to do that because they know you'll do something to them. Fuck you talking about. That's my only thing.
So I come in an era where we heard about get the man, attack the man, fall and slip in the man stove, play on the man. The gangbanging shit didn't come to 89, 90. By that time, we already got a foundation. Right. So gangbanging is not in our hearts. That's why it's easy for us to quit after so long.
But isn't gangbanging just a response to being in extremely dangerous conditions in which you need to group up with other people in order to do battle with other groups of people?
Then why didn't the slaves gangbang?
Probably just wasn't really available to them as an option, right? They were slaves.
Well, based off what you just said, don't you need other people to group up with other people to fight other people? So once we became free in the 19th...
But there were slave rebellions, right?
No, there were very few.
Yeah, but because they're oppressed, they have no weapons, they have no money.
So once we got free and got weapons, why didn't we group up in gangs then?
I mean, they were probably more focused on assimilating into the culture that they had just gained their freedom from.
No, they never assimilated. They couldn't.
Well, they probably thought that it was more accessible than it ended up being.
They never thought that. My grandmother's 80 years old. She never told me they thought that. She's still alive. My pops is almost 8. They never thought that.
But why did your grandparents not group up and go to war?
Because it's never been about getting in the gang. It's about building your family.
But when we say gangs, we think about gangs fighting against each other, not like fighting against the people that are controlling them.
Sure we do. When I think of gangs in New York, those people fought against each other. Those were white people, Italians, Irish. They wasn't black. And they were way more dangerous and violent than these today's gangs.
Don't you think about that? So much of that is because it's like we accept the structures within our societies, and most of us don't really feel as if we have the power to control the society we live in.
Black people do not accept the structures of society. That's why we go to jail for committing financial crimes. That's why when we go to school, we don't pay attention in class.
Right.
That's why we go to ISS. That's why we get kicked off the football team, because we don't fit into the structure. We have way more power. That's why we sell dope when the white man say we can't sell dope. That's why we pimp and go across the state line when he say don't. So we have the power to do whatever we want to do.
They have the power, but it's like most of us don't really think about the world as if we're going to be able to just commit crimes until we change the social order.
Sure we do. It's called ball till you fall. We got music that teaches ball till you fall.
But isn't that the opposite of what we're talking about?
No,
just
that's
balling until you die?
Well, you're trying to make sense of people who don't have sense. And I'm saying, no, our people had greater sense than what you're trying to give them for. Well, don't you think? No, our people thought greater. They built Black Wall Street.
Why are you saying people who don't have sense?
Our people built Black Wall Street. Gangbangers don't have sense. They can't build nothing. They can't manufacture nothing. Black people created some of the things that's mostly been...
Okay, the only thing I want to say is this, because usually I don't fuck with what Charleston White is saying, but the only thing I'm going to say is this. As far as like gangs been around for forever. They've been around a little bit longer than what he's talking about, like the 60s and 70s, maybe the 40s and 50s, I want to say. But most definitely for teenagers, the 60s and 70s. Especially in New York. New York had gangs, but they was just only block gangs. They wasn't like how they are today, where they actual sets and groups, and like they was actually just this block and that block and that block and what they call themselves type shit. Another thing is also the closest thing, the way he's talking about as far as black people assimilating like a gang, would be the Black Panthers, which is the closest thing you can get to that. And that's the one time in history where we assimilated for each other. But I'm going to just leave it at that.
Invented from the stoplight, the cotton gin. What you mean? We didn't think to create gangs. We thought to be free under worse conditions. So we're under better conditions. We're freer. Why would we join gangs and they didn't?
I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of minority groups in our country that didn't really like gravitate towards the whole gang thing. But then there's a lot of non-black groups that did. The mafia,
Well, we never had a mafia because we don't want to be gangsters. Gangsters extort themselves. Black people never extorted one another. We had a community.
LA kind of known for extorting one another.
But before gangs started, you got to think all the black people that came from the South that built Watts, California, all them vibrant black towns, all them vibrant black places in LA before gangbanging started. Why them people didn't gangbang and it was vibrant here then?
Yeah. No, that's a good question for sure.
You know why? Because their children didn't have a struggle. The gangbanging children didn't come from gangbanging because they was in impoverished conditions. They could walk the neighborhoods and go get an apple off the tree.
But don't you think that the gang shit is like a reaction to just feeling hopeless in your life in general? Not necessarily that you're being like violently oppressed on a day-to-day basis.
When I look at them niggas in prison and they join the gangs and they fighting and what they fighting about in jail, catching phase, they don't look hopeless. When they on here talking about how they live their gangbanging life, they don't look hopeless. They seem like they're bragging about it. They got pride in it.
When I go to the hood,
they got love for it.
When I go to the hood and I see like, a group of 16-year-old kids sitting around in an alley just like waiting for somebody to come through so they could shoot at their car, these are people who feel hopeless. They feel as if there's no college career path for them. There's no way that they're going to be able to go get a high-paying job and be able to make...
Bitch ass nigga, what are you talking about? One thing about all of this is none of this has anything to do with feeling hopeless, real talk. Like, these kids don't feel nothing really. Like, we gonna be 100. Like, nowadays, it's not even about feeling hopeless. Like, it's about what's trendy right now for them. And you trying to make all these excuses. This is why I don't like when white people speak on black issues, because this just be one of them examples of where they can't understand where we coming from and they can't understand what's really going on because they so busy caught up in that glamour, that glitz that they feel like they seeing. First of all, he's talking about it's the hood. When you go to Cali and you look at they hoods look pretty fucking suburban to me. I know it's fucking boarded up buildings all through Chicago. It's all type of shit. Like, nigga, you talking about Cali, nigga, it's gonna probably be some boarded up buildings there, but they got palm trees. It's always warm out there. Another thing is, like, it's the best weed out. They got all the best drugs. Like, they got Hollywood right next door. Like, it don't make sense to me. So for you to say they don't have no hope when they have all of this hustle around them, they got all these legends around them, they got all these things that put them into that example, which is to let you know you can be successful, bro. You sound dumb.
6 figures a year.
Have you done a qualitative study to talk to them and see why?
I mean, this is obviously anecdotal, but these people don't really pursue those opportunities. I'm telling you why.
You're saying, obviously, from some kids sitting in the alleyway waiting to shoot at a car. Why they're not robbing the bank? If they're hopeless, why they're not robbing the bank?
Probably because they just view that as being like
very low, small chance of success. Why not rob the local guy that's selling weed? Why not be breaking into a house?
They probably do that. Breaking houses, that's very common.
So why sit in the alley the way to shoot at nobody? Why not go get a job?
Well, if you're part of being a gang. You got to protect your area, right?
No, I've never heard that ever.
For real?
I've never heard that.
I mean, the motherfuckers are patrolling for that purpose.
No. They're patrolling to extort each other.
I would say more often than not, they're patrolling to just protect the block.
So how about this? How about you wake up and go spend some time with those 16-year-old kids? See what conditions that their home life is. See what they do when they wake up in the morning, and tell me how hopeless they is if they got a phone.
I already kind of know what they do. They hang out in the neighborhood.
Well, you sound like most typical arrogant white man that try to look from niggas from up there. See, you didn't grow up down here to really know. You're making speculations.
Well, I'm making observations based on my life experience.
Your life experience don't fit into the black spectrum because you're looking from afar with binoculars.
I think most people would say the last 10 years of my life, I've been pretty deeply immersed in the black experience, right?
When the last time you had to, when the last time you sat at a black table and ate black food? In a black household.
I have been to restaurants with black people.
I didn't ask you a restaurant.
We don't go over to people's houses out here.
There you go. So you don't know niggas. You don't know black people.
You have to go to their house to know them?
Yes. If you don't go into a person's home or person's village, how can you know their culture?
In LA, we don't really go to people's houses.
LA ain't black. It's Mexican.
We got a lot of Mexicans and we got a lot of blacks too.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is you really don't know black people just listening and talking to you.
Just because I haven't been to their house to eat dinner?
No.
So we can't just like go to Denny's?
Well, this is what I'm saying. You say observation, but where are you observing from?
Going to people's neighborhoods, doing vlogs and shit.
There you go. So you go into their neighborhood and you figure these guys is hopeless, but they got their cameras on.
I think they are hopeless. I think they feel hopeless.
No, they don't feel hopeless. They feel good. They feel high because most guys are high. Most guys are on drugs, and when you get drunk and you get high, the hopeless that you feel goes away.
I mean,
now
if you're a
numb.
16-year-old kid smoking weed and numbing yourself all day,
you're not hopeless.
pills and
you're
shit,
not hopeless. You're having fun.
Because
no, it's not. You're having fun. Most kids are experimental.
Yeah, but you're having fun in the moment by doing something that's kind of separating you from the more long-term opportunity.
It's fun getting high, guys.
Right. If you start popping perks every day in high school, you're not probably on the path to becoming a lawyer,
Well, that has nothing to do with you coming on the path to becoming a lawyer. You're not hopeless if you're getting high every day. For one, you got money to get high. So how can you be hopeless and you got money to get high?
There's a lot of ways to get high that are pretty inexpensive.
Well, if you can get high, you're not hopeless. You're doing what you want to do.
I would say getting high leaves you just as hopeless as you would be otherwise.
When you're hopeless, suicide is on the option, not getting high. When you're hopeless, suicide is on the option, not getting high. But getting high is for recreation.
A lot of drugs are kind of like
getting high is
suicide. No. If you start doing fentanyl every day, isn't the end result you dying?
I know some motherfuckers want to get high every day with fentanyl. They want the fentanyl just go make them die and come back to life like Michael Jackson was doing every night.
Right.
Michael Jackson was loving doing that propofol, going and coming back. It's a motherfucker want the hair run and go almost called the overdose. Why? That's where they're going to go buy it from. They want the deadly dope. And it ain't because you're depressed and hopeless. You want to feel good. This is what you like to do. You enjoy the feeling. Come on, man. It's called choices and decisions. Your conditions don't determine your choices.
But a rational father is not going to sit around and do Percocets all day because he feels like he has an opportunity and he has important things to do. Those are the things that stop people from just sitting around doing drugs.
I know some guys get high every day and get up and go to work. I know some white boys shoot dope, do perk, smoke crack, do cocaine, and they're the best goddamn lawyers you can find. So I do know some fathers get high every day. I know some mothers come home from teaching school, fix the kids' food, get high and drunk every day, and she's a loving mother.
But isn't the kid or the career a reason to not get that high?
Nope.
It's hard to be a good dad if you're getting
I know some motherfuckers get up loaded. We watched a real life movie of an airplane where Denzel Washington was a pilot getting high every day. Turned the plane upside down, landed the motherfucker perfect, then got high to go to the court hearing. Real life shit.
Snakes on the plane.
No. This is a real life story.
It's called Flight.
It's a real life story of a real pilot who went to jail, served time, got high again to get normal. It's some people have to operate in their normalcy, getting high, and they are functional at this.
Well, I spent most of my life smoking shitloads of weed, and I've been very successful.
We're not talking about you, though. We're not talking. No, I didn't spend most of my life smoking weed.
But you've been smoking a lot of weed since you've been successful, right?
I've been smoking weed, since I've been successful.
And you've been able to manage it. However, I somehow think that if you started...
I never fucking agree with this nigga like this, but I agree with this nigga damn near 1,000%. But my only issue is, this is why I hate when white people get in black people situations. How they try to describe us, how they try to put it out there about this, that, and the third of us. It's like we're less a person. And it's like, if we don't start understanding that we're more, and that we don't need assistance, and that we don't need this, and we don't need that, we can actually be showing these motherfuckers what we can actually be. But we so caught up on killing each other. We so caught up on doing drugs. We so caught up on all the wrong shit. Like, I smoke weed, but I ain't popping no perks and all that other shit. And I'm not finna go out there and kill no nigga because I'm high. Like, that's just dumb. And then we chasing each other around on some goofy shit when we need to be teaming up and getting this money. Like, it's so many young black males that have been killed so early, but that could have been successful someday. But motherfuckers like this, like Adam 22, these little culture vultures, these little vipers, they be just draining the blood out of motherfuckers, because you can't be telling me you never been in nobody black's home, but you talking about what black people go through. You talking about this, that, and the third. Like Charleston White said, which I agree with 1,000%. If you don't know how somebody live, you don't truly know that person. I didn't know nothing about my homies until I went to their cribs. I met their families. I motherfucking seen how they carried themselves. What they slept on, did they clean their rooms? This lets me know your personality, how you move, how you think, and what you do. So if I know something happened to you or something happened around you, I know it's something you probably could have did, or I know it's probably something you couldn't have did, because I have an understanding of who you are. I know what your environment looks like. I know what your thought process is at that point, and what you feel and see as being normal. But we're going to finish the rest.
It's snorting fentanyl every day that you'd probably have a harder time.
I don't know. I know people that snort fentanyl. I know people that get high.
And those are probably the people who are able to do it to some sort of level that isn't going to destroy their lives.
There's a such thing that you learn if you understand alcoholism and drug addiction. There's such thing as functional addicts. Most people are functional addicts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Even functional fentanyl?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do a reasonable amount. And a lot of people don't. I think I would have a hard time doing this job if I was doing fentanyl every day, but I could probably work at Amazon.
Where I'm from, most fentanyl addicts die in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Kodak Black and them ain't dead yet. He say he f***ing with the fake perks. Yeah. It's fentanyl and everything. It's fentanyl and everything. So any hard drugs you doing, nigga, I know motherfucker been doing hard drugs 40, 50 years.
Yeah, that's why you never see a crack addict die.
I ain't seen a fentanyl nigga.
It's more like they die and nobody really cares that much.
Right? I ain't found a nigga died of fentanyl yet. Man, I don't know one person that I can personally say, yeah, they had an overdose of fentanyl. And I know nigga pop pill like crazy.
I know plenty of people.
I don't know any.
Man, them niggas
a bunch of rappers on this podcast. Lil Peep died for taking fake Xans.
Yeah. I call bullshit. I say I say he died of diabetes. I call bullshit.
All right, that's the end of that. So what I'm finna say is this, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I really don't like Adam 22. Man, I don't like Adam 22 because of stuff like this. And he has a big platform and people watch this shit and people view his same understandings and people be feeling like the same way about black people. And they all look at us like we just monsters and killers and gangbangers and this, that, and third. Like, a lot of them gangbanging niggas that be on the show got fathers and mothers. Crip Mac got a father and mother. Like, some of these niggas' parents be married. Nobody points none of that out. But I believe that's because of the simple fact that some of these niggas, a lot of these niggas daddies be gangbangers. And they been in the gang longer than that. And then they parent been in the gang longer than that. And it just draw back for a certain amount of time. But that's one thing I did notice about California. My whole thing is I get sick of the black on black violence because we try to make it seem like that's not what's killing us. We try to make it seem like it's the police that's killing us. It's racism that's killing us. It's this, that Trump gonna kill us. Everybody gonna kill us but us. When I literally have to step outside and worry more about a black man pulling a gun out on me than a police officer. And a police officer will pull a gun out on me. But I know for a fact that black man is going to use it regardless of what I do in that situation, depending on what's going on or depending on what I got. That's the sad part about it. But I'm out, man. Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. I don't be fucking with nobody that necessarily even support all of that gangbanging shit because it's really critical that we gain the understanding that it's not for us. It's for nobody. It don't make the circumstance better. Him talking about fucking it helps them be able to move around the neighborhood, protect their neighborhood. Like, they don't be protecting shit. They cause more harm than anything. At what point do they protect their neighborhood? People die because of gangbangers being in their hoods. People get shot because of gangbangers chilling and kicking it. Innocent babies then got hit through windows because a gangbanger was outside kicking it and the opposite gang saw him and shot and killed him. But before they shot and killed him, they misfired on somebody else. That happens very often. Don't nobody really want to talk about that. Fuck all that.